What's up, y'all? I hope you're all good and in great spirits. I'm feeling a lot better, so I thought I'd share a positive story of something very admirable. Today, I was walking down the street to a neighbor's house who cooks food, and I buy food maybe twice a month from her. And to get there, I have to pass by my friend's house. And when I pass by, I see his wife's kid out front, and she's friends with my kids. You know, they're big kids now, and he's doing something with this log. And I'm like, what the hell is he doing? So as I get closer, I see he's actually back arming it, and I go, damn. This fool trains like Rocky Balboa, and he started busted up. Because in the movie Rocky, that's part of the story. Even when he fights the Russian, he goes into the woods to saw logs and, punch meat in a freezer. And one thing, he has a harness and he's pulling a plow. So I thought that was kind of funny, right? And then we chat a little bit, and I make my way to get to order the food. So I put in my order. The lady says it'll be 15 minutes. If there's a crowd there, I'll usually chat with them and just, convene with my gente, right? And if not, I'll let her do her thing and I'll walk home so I'm not a distraction to her. And it was just her, so I'm walking back, and then I see, the kid again, and this time he has two big rocks, and he's doing curls with them, like big rocks, right? And I go, damn, fool, I thought you trained like Rocky Balboa, but that's Fred Flintstone's weight set. And he started dying, right? And it's like, our families, like, this has been my friend since 7th grade, and his father was friends with my grandfather. His older brother was friends with my father. And so our families are like really, we're family, right? It's not really, we're family. And so, and the kid is incredibly respectful. This is all love. I'm not like really making fun of him. And I'll get to that at the end anyways. So I go home and, watch TV for a little bit while my order is getting ready. And then I'm walking back. And when I actually walked home after my order, I noticed these big, I don't know if I can do it in the camera, but like boulders like this big, probably 150 pounds, depending on the kind of rock, 100 to 150. Some rock is denser than other, right? And when I'm walking back, he's like picking them up and putting them down, picking them up and putting them down. And I already made the Fred Flintstone joke, so I tell him, damn fool, I thought by now you would have been in a harness pulling the truck with your whole family in it. And then he laughed, and I went and got the food. And then on the way back, I saw him, told him I'll call my friend tomorrow, tell his mom and them, I walked by and that I say hi. And so that was kind of the clowning. And I hope that made part of the story, or the story, funnier. But the truth is that that's really admirable, that he's making do with what's there to get stronger. And I think that a lot of the reason I've succeeded in some places is because of resourcefulness. I've seen folks with stellar educations hit a wall when they encounter something that they weren't educated on. And in those situations, I've been able to come up with a solution based on having grown up poor and having to be resourceful. Actually, if you look at this behind me, you'll see that the bridge is made from like vines that were wrapped. And I remember one time I was in Wilmington for a community meeting, and we had this banner that identifies the program we were with and why we were there in the first place. And someone forgot to bring the rope. and it was at the senior center next to a park. If you're from Wilmington, you'll know what I'm talking about. There's a senior center and then a park, and they had some crawling vines, ivy in the front. And I was like, "Oh, don't trip!" And I started cutting the ivy, pulling the leaves, and tying it with the ivy ropes. And they're like, "Oh man, you saved the day!" And that's the kind of stuff you think about when you're resourceful. And so the fact that he wanted to get, stronger, and was gonna use rocks if he had to, pick up boulders if he had to, chunk tree trunks if he had to. Really is a demonstration of his determination, and that resourcefulness, I believe, is going to serve him incredibly well later in life. So that was the admirable story, and I hope you found it entertaining. And sometimes a lot of kids today get knocked for this lost generation or dating like we used to be, but that right there, that was tight, man. That was tight. Like just picking up rocks and working out like that. And so anyways, I hope you enjoyed this video. Have a good night.